So without even walking up onto the deck, we can already see from the side here that it's cracking and peeling from underneath. And then if I look here, I can see there must be some wood rot underneath because this is soft. Okay. Let's take a look on top. And we can see the entire deck is peeling. Sorry about the uneven light, it's really, really bright sun today. So there you go, the entire surface of the deck is cracked and just literally peeling up, which means that somehow water got in underneath, and we'll find out why. A little further up the landing here, we can see the deck is peeling, warped and cracking really badly. But what concerns me is this wood fascia and the wood holding up the stairs is completely rotted through. You can even see the bolts holding the wood are rusted. So I'm guessing there's some issue with how these stair railings are bolted on. And also there is no space in between the top stair and the wood fascia. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there's actually some moss growing there, so I'm guessing that water is pooling there where there should be a space for the water to drip through and not accumulate. So this is more than a decking issue. This is an issue with how the stairs themselves are constructed. Moving up to the next level, I see the same issue with the rotting wood beams, the rusting bolts, and it looks here like somebody puttied and painted over the wood fascia that was already rotting. Let's walk up to the next flight. Now this is really, really bad. So you can really see the moss growing here because, as I said, there's no space between the stair and the wood fascia. It's literally rotted all the way through, and the deck is starting to buckle. So in this case, it's not a leaking deck or a crack in the deck that's causing the water to penetrate. The water's penetrating and rotting the decks from underneath. So we're not just looking at a deck repair, but we've got to look at the stairs and the beams that support the deck. And again, there seems to be some kind of issue with this corner right here. You can see the rust. You can, from the pattern of the rust, you can see how the water's dripping down, and you can see that someone can stick their finger right through that rotting wood fascia. Let's just get another shot of that moss growing. So, you know, water's been building up there. This deck itself doesn't look too bad, but I can see that it's pretty warped. I don't know if you can see it from the video. We can see some discoloration here. Walking on it, it feels a little bit spongy. That lets me know that there's moisture underneath. That's problematic. And as we move along up here, it's very hard to see with this bright sunlight, but this is all discoloration from water ponding. This is very, very mushy. And if you see along the sides here, on this part of the deck, here's our weep screed, which is a good 1.5 inches above the deck. But when we get down to this mushy area, it looks like the weep screed got completely covered up, which leads me to believe there's a sloping issue, and they tried to correct it by raising the deck, but by covering the weep screed, it just caused water to accumulate, penetrate the deck anyway, and now there's all this warping, and it's literally, it's so spongy, it's like stepping on a gym floor. Coming back down the other side, I see exposed stair nosing here. can see this deck is also starting to peel up. And it's more of the same thing, that it's actually turning green here. Now here we have a space between the stair and the fascia. So the water isn't accumulating here, but there is still an issue with how this railing bolts into the deck, because again you see the rusting bolts and the rotting wood fascia. I don't know if you can see it, it's completely rotting through right there. Okay, thanks for watching.